Welcome back to the Sully Show. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again. Our last video, we did a little taste test against some different store-bought eggnogs, right? Some pre-made, pre-mixed, store-bought eggnog. And today, we're doing another nog video. But we're doing one a little different than last time, I guess. Not that much different, but a little different, you know? We're going to test which alcohol is best to mix with your nog this holiday season. Now, I'm going to preference this with, if you don't like a certain alcohol, probably just don't mix your nog with it. Kind of makes sense. But we're going to try 4 different main alcohol groups and see which one is best, you know? So, we have some military special whiskey. This is very basic whiskey, you know? Typically, eggnog is made with either brandy, rum, or bourbon, kind of depending on the guy. But we have whiskey, and that's kind of that's going to cover the whiskey bourbon category. I know they're different. I'll probably catch some heat for saying that they're similar, whatever. They're similar. Come on, let's be honest. Like, bourbon's a whiskey. Whiskey's not a bourbon, but bourbon's a whiskey. So we have a basic whiskey here. We're going to do some vodka. We have some military special vodka here as well. And then we have some small bottles. We have a little E&J Brandy. I'm not a big brandy guy. That's part of the reason I got a small bottle. Is because I don't want to get a big bottle if I'm not going to drink it a lot, because I don't really like brandy. But E&J is one that I knew that I didn't mind too much, so I figured I might as well pick that up. And same thing with our rum. We have some Kraken Spiced Rum. I'm not a big rum guy. I like coconut rum. Other than that, not a big rum guy. Definitely not a big spiced rum guy. However, I knew it was popular for the nog. I know we had to bring it into this video to get a real clear idea of what the best alcohol to use for this is. And the reason I went with the Kraken specifically is because it had a really cool bottle, and I wanted it for my airplane bottle collection. So that's why I went with the Kraken over Captain Morgan, which was the other idea that I had for this. And last but not least, we have our nog. Now, this does say Southern Comfort traditional eggnog, ultra pasteurized, but it is non-alcoholic. So I think to try to keep this as fair as possible, make sure we don't overdo one alcohol versus the other, we're going to do 3 ounces of nog to a ½ ounce of liquor. Now, it's not a whole lot of liquor, but it's also not a whole lot of nog, and I don't want to make, a whole bunch of nog that I'm going to have to drink at the end of this. So let's pour all this up, and we'll get back to you. Okay, so we got all of our nog and liquor divvied up. We changed glasses to make it a little bit less crowded up here on my small table that we have. Everything is 40% alcohol except for the Kraken. It's 47% alcohol, so that's kind of a bummer. Be nice if everything was 40% just to keep it a little bit more fair, but not a big deal. So I think we're going to start with our vodka, go to our whiskey, our brandy, and then end with the Kraken here, and just see which one tastes better, or do they all kind of taste the same. But before we start, we obviously need a baseline. What does the nog taste like by itself? We're going to take a quick swig. Kind of get that idea of some nog down. That's some pretty dang good nog. Alright, some pretty dang good nog. Let's see how it is. Now, well, hang on here. That's bad. That's better. One problem I did have is the nog is a lot denser than the liquor. So I poured it in and it pretty much just all sat on top. Now I did stir it, but I don't know how well it worked. Where, like with our nog here, our first sip tasted like alcohol, or like vodka. Second sip tasted like some nog. See what the third sip tastes like. I mean, it pretty much just tastes like nog again. So, I mean, I don't know. You might not be able to make it in such little jars that might have thrown the experiment off. But let's keep going on the line and see if we notice anything. So far, though, it just kind of tastes like nog. Not really much of a difference. But also, the military special doesn't have much of a flavor in it. So I feel like that could be a pretty big reason why. Let's go with the whiskey here. Okay. I mean, kind of the same thing, really. I feel like you can tell the alcohol is there a little bit better with the whiskey. But if you drink the two of these straight, you can tell, like, this one's the whiskey is a lot harsher than the vodka if you just take a sip out of the bottle. So, I mean, you can tell it's there, but it's kind of like the military special whiskey thing. Let's see about the old E and J Brandy here. See if this one, brandy's supposed to be a little sweeter. Let's see if it makes that nog a little sweet. Let's see if it adds anything to it. You can definitely tell a change with the E and J. You can smell the brandy more than I could smell the whiskey or the vodka here. And I feel like there's changes in the flavor. I feel like you could taste a little bit of brandy in there. Now, very, very subtle. It wasn't anything too extreme. However, you could definitely tell there's some brandy flavor in the nog. Whereas with the whiskey and the vodka, I kind of feel like they got overpowered. Now, I mean, it might just be I need to put more than half an ounce in there. I didn't put a whole lot, but again, I didn't want to just have whiskey flavored eggnog at the end of this too, So let's go with our last one. Let's try the Kraken. You gotta say it funny, or else it's pointless. We get a little mix real quick here so you can smell it. Can't really notice the smell. Yeah, I don't really notice much in any of these. I think we need to add a little bit more alcohol to them here. So we're just going to go in an eyeball. Another little bit. That's roughly probably an ounce that's in there at this point. Let me mix it up here. This has seemed to... See, there's some solid separation going on right there. And I feel like that's kind of a pretty solid issue that isn't really good. So even there with dumping more of the Kraken, probably a full ounce, maybe a tad bit less in, you still really can't tell. You really can't. So I think the conclusion that we're going to come to here, because it was so overpowering with the eggnog, that it really doesn't matter what you put in the eggnog. It kind of seems like, unless you put way too much of something in there, then you're not really going to be able to taste it that much. As long as you're, just putting a little bit in there, like, I mean, you're not drinking nog trying to get sloshed, right? So, I mean, it doesn't really matter, there's no, excuse me, there's no sense in trying to make it extremely powerful. You know, it's just not. So, as long as you put a little bit of alcohol, like, you know, normal amount of alcohol in there, I think the nog really is just going to overpower whatever the flavor is. So my recommendation to you, if you are mixing your nog at the house, is don't get anything special to put in there. It really doesn't matter that much. Just don't overdo it. Get some nog that you like, and the nog's going to overpower it. You'll have some great tasting nog, some wonderful flavors in there, and you won't really have to worry about it. I mean, and let's be honest. You don't really want to taste the alcohol when you're drinking nog. You know, I feel like with milkshakes, when you try to put alcohol in them, and hot chocolate with alcohol, and all that stuff that you try to make with alcohol, you end up just getting a little bit of what you were going for and a lot of just bad alcohol taste. So with the nog, just go light on it, get yourself some good nog, sip on it, enjoy it. I mean, let's be honest, it's really just to cure the Christmas Eve, or the Christmas morning hangover that you're gonna have because you went a little too crazy on Christmas Eve, and this little bit of alcohol is gonna carry you through that hangover. That's really what this is for. Alright, let's be honest. But I hope you all enjoyed that video. I hope you have learned to not really worry too much about what you put in your eggnog this season. If you have a particular liquor that you enjoy putting your eggnog above others, drop in the comments so that other people can kind of try that if they don't have an idea or if they just want to try something different this year. Besides that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share it with friends, and throughout the holiday season here, let's keep drinking some nog. Cheers.